Hello and welcome to Thursday Debate with Taghrit Hussein here on Nile TV International. Well, tonight we'll be talking more about the future of jobs and technology. Since ages, technologies have been known for changing lives for good and also for making the work progress quite simpler. Advances in digital technologies are holding considerable potential to the new and also better jobs in order to replace the old ones. And as much as 2/3 of potential productivity growth in the major countries and the major economies over the next decade could be related to new digital technologies. So the development of technology, how far will it affect jobs? How is new technology today changing jobs of the future is our topic for tonight. We're really honored to have with us talking about this interesting headline and trendy topic, Dr. Nezar Sami, who is the Innovation and Technology Management Consultant. Thank you so much, Dr. Nezar, for coming.
Thank you. The pleasure is mine. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And talking about technology, technology is changing our lives today in a way or another, and changing also the way how we look to jobs, changing jobs. So the main headline, technology changing jobs. In what way, in your opinion?
Actually, if we would like to scan the horizon of since the early ages, the Stone Age till the Pharaohs, to moving to the new ages, we will see that every time we move from one age to another is combined with use of different types of technologies. So when we define the technology is the application of sciences and application of knowledge. In that direction, we can see the move from the electricity age to from the steam to the electricity age to the digital age right now, where we're moving and heading to the new trends and the new era of implementations. In this sense, by each and every time, there are a list of new jobs taking over the old ones or the classical ones, and introducing and open the horizon and open the space for more and more intellectual, innovative, as well as technology-driven businesses and technology-driven jobs as well. We can see the horizon coming right now, and we are in the digital era, where everybody in the globe is competing against the level of competitiveness, being more innovative, being more creative, in order to accelerate and to achieve the job in a better position. If we consider even from the government perspective, yes, or the private sector perspective, both are on the same level. We already addressing a topic like digital transformation and digital, yes, literacy, as we covered this earlier. So the main pillar is how to move or how to prepare for the future, creating the future jobs that will be more appealing, that will create more and more demand, and to avoid what we call the fear of technology. Yes. There are some rumors or some debates about that the technology is going to let some people left behind. This could be just rumors, because technology is a very inclusive part. But it raised the awareness or the level of the value of the human being. Earlier, we were talking about the hardware and software. Yes. Right now, with the use of digital technology, we are talking about the brainware. So we have a hardware, we have a software, and right now we have the brainware, where it is the value of the human being as well, in order to move to the next era.
Yes, and here we have the recent universities with us in the window, the recent universities that has been inaugurated by President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi as Egypt is going smart. Those smart universities is actually a shift in our lives, and also technological-wise, and also are going to change the way how we look into the job opportunities, and how will it affect the work of the future.
Definitely, education and learning is extremely important. We need to create the learning culture. Yes. So we start creating the learning culture from the establishment and the inauguration of new universities, and this was mandated and supported by His Excellency President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, and he mentioned this more and more that we need to emphasize, and we need to focus on education, and we need to focus on learning. In this sense, we witnessed the inauguration of the artificial intelligence universities or schools, and with the new multidisciplinary topics and multidisciplinary specializations, because right now the world is flat. So it could be combining some sort of arts with an engineering and social component as well. So this is the new skills and the new competences needed for the future. And a group of experts in the education, and they come up and they studied all the reports coming in the last period about the future jobs coming in the next 10 years, and how we will prepare our students to be acquainted with the knowledge, skills, and practices that they need in order to find the decent jobs for them for the future. Therefore, we can see this multidisciplinary approaches, the new designs of the program coming up or depending on the competencies and skill matrix, which is extremely important. This is the international language, by the way, as well as to collaboration with world-class universities in wherever the place in the world. And this is, again, it's a direction and a vision from the leader, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, in this direction. And you can see the impact of creating the future jobs, as well as promoting the idea of self-employment. So you need to start your own businesses, or even you work in the globe. We are talking about the global citizenship right now. So if I'm sitting here in Egypt and I can do businesses in North America or in Australia, while I'm using these technological tools that I have in hand.
Yes, definitely. And we are seeing that Egypt is opening up to the whole world. The way we look upon jobs has differed thanks to technology. Many people are debating today about the future of their jobs. And as you've mentioned, between two quotes like fear, it shouldn't be there, because technology usually facilitates and helps in communication. So how can we raise the level of awareness concerning this issue, that we should not fear technology, we should look to technology as a plus and as an asset?
Let me go back years and years ago when we started to use the mobile phones in doing businesses. At that time, some people were questioning the use of mobile phones. This will be some sort of disruption. This will be some sort of creating noise, creating some sort of, they don't feel like uncomfortable, they are feeling trackable, and so on and so forth, of these type of ideas that they came up at that time. Right now, after a good utilization of this type of technology, which is the mobile technology right now, you find it's an easy way to facilitate your job in a better position. In this manner, or in this sense, in this direction, we can depend on the same thing about different type of technologies. For instance, let me talk about the robotics businesses per se, for instance. So if you see the international reports, they said, okay, robotics are coming and moving forward and they can do a lot of things. Yes, the answer is yes. They will replace the human interaction in some places. The answer is yes. But it will replace the human in the area where there is no value, the real value of the human being. So this means that it elevates, or it gives a space for each and every person to show his or her value in the workplace.
We will still always need human brains.
Yes, exactly. And in this sense, there will be almost more than 90 million jobs will be created after we deploy the utilization and utilizing the robotics in different industries.
Yes.
So how to break the fears of the utilization of technology? The best in place to do this is to learn about it. So read about it. Don't just get some sort of rumors or get some sort of black...
So seek knowledge facts.
Exactly. And follow the normal, the trusted channels. There are a lot of educational programs coming right now. Give it a try. So if you would like to test it, give it a try and see how this technology and the technology adoption will do a lot of facilitation for you. We saw that some in the like best practices in the world dealing with robotics, for instance, in healthcare sector or in automotive industry and something like this, and how this facilitated a lot of positions and a lot of ease of doing businesses. Therefore, let's give it a try and let's do it again and read about it, practice it. And we already witnessed this when we started the digital transformation the last year since the COVID came in place. So we started to break the fear of using mobile applications and using some sort of like e-commerce and purchasing and so on and so forth online yet. So when we tried it from the tested sources, we felt this level of confidence. So it's now on place. You can play with the technology, and the most important part we need to talk about, which is the different types of technologies. So am I addressing the high tech, like artificial intelligence and all these big names, cloud computing and so on and so forth, or a low tech part?
Yes.
Okay, but actually what we need to focus on, which is the appropriate technology or the right technology. So how we can utilize the tools to a specific area or a specific segment that we can maximize their output or their outcome out of them.
Great maximizing the output out of them, because this is what you're actually doing as professors at universities while you are preparing the students for the labor market. So how are we preparing the students for the labor market with the new technologies on how they are going to have new skills that will enable them to be present?
Yes, a very good question. When you see the educational ecosystem right now in the universities, what's the main output of in the university? It is the qualified graduate capable to find a decent job. So instructors, admins, supporting staff, they are all working together in harmony to create this, what we call the a ready-made graduate for the future.
Yes.
In this sense, changing the curriculum right now is one of the most important parts, and we saw a lot of resources right now coming from utilizing the different aspects of the internet and internet resources. So acquiring the knowledge not just only from the library, you can pick it from anywhere, any place, and we facilitating what we call the Egyptian Knowledge Bank, where it is a huge amount of databases and electronic books and all of these type of resources. Qualifying the professors and instructors as well.
Coaching them.
Coaching them, put them on the top-notch area of inductions and how to change the way of facilitation of the sessions. And then coming back to the student at the end of the day, he's like the sponge. He's absorbing everything that you can give to them. And in this part that we need to do what we call a type of practice. So the more you practice, the more you will have hands-on, then the more you will be more qualified. Therefore, we are combining knowledge, tools and skills together to see in this direction. You can see in any university, for say right now in Egypt, they can apply like projects, even not in their graduation years, but in the normal year 1 or year 2 and so on, different topics with different projects implemented on place, on ground, to see how they impact, how they can utilize the knowledge to provide something new. Okay, so applications, projects, internships with the service providers and employers is another extremely important part, where people, they can spend their holidays, not just in summer and something like this, but they can do internships, being involved in the workforce environment even before graduation. This will acquaint them and put them in the right career, in the right position, to understand where the challenges are, what are they looking forward to be, how the business, you get the knowledge from the university, which is totally different from the market, the practice marketplace. Therefore, continuous education is extremely important, and it is the role of each and every person. The professor should be in learning and developing his or herself skills. The student as well should implement and should apply and should increase the level of knowledge for them as we go day by day.
Yes, this is very important, is to work on your strong points and to utilize this ability to learn, because the acceptance for the jobs in the future is going mainly to be dependent on acquiring and learning new skills, isn't it?
Yes, definitely.
The continuity of having that ability to learn.
Yeah. If we are looking for to the different types of skills needed for the future, before the new wave of the new world, we were focusing on or practice in the technical part, as the technical aspect at that time. So if I am an engineer, so I focus on this engineering concept. If I am an accountant, so I'm good in doing balance sheet and income statement, all these type of things, and so on and so forth. Yet, right now, the readiness or the skills needed for the future jobs are a combination of three things, combined from technical knowledge, human skills and human interaction, interpersonal skills, which is extremely important,
yes,
and conceptual skills as well. And the more and more we move into the new digital era, the role of conceptual skills and the human skills are more and more coming more than the technical skills. So we need about people who have like a critical thinking, complex problem solving skills, social influence and social analytics, how to deal with data and numbers and analytics, and how to deal with data manipulation by itself. And all these things are related whenever the jobs, whenever the type of job. For instance, if I'm talking about people in marketing, we have right now what we call the digital data officer, for instance. So
yes,
they build their marketing campaign based on data and numbers and facts and figures. We have the data analyst, we have the business analyst, and so on and so forth. So each and every student right now, whoever would like to take a decent position, they should focus on enhancing their conceptual skills,
yes,
enhancing their interpersonal skills and human skills, as well as the technical skills by itself.
Yes, this is a recipe if you are going to prepare yourselves for acquiring the jobs of the future. But the question is, yes, I would love to have those 5 skills to work on them, but however, how can I be quite skillful in learning them? Do we have special coaches to let us like work on those strong points that we've mentioned? How can we further acquire those skills?
Oh, fantastic questions. Okay, at the beginning, it should be started from inside out. I should have the desire to go into the next level.
The passion to work on that.
The passion to learn and to understand and see how that. If I have the passion, if I have the desire, and then I have the commitment, then I will find a lot of directions to go forward in that point of view. For instance, Ministry of Information and Communication Technology started to enable a lot of initiatives for educating or for continuous learning for the society, starting from the very basic elementary level to the intermediary level, then to the advanced level. If I'm talking about general literacy awareness, I will find a lot of programs conducted over there through the Ministry of Information and Communication Technology. All what I need to do is to visit the website, which is www.mcit.gov.ag, which is the official page of Ministry of Information and Communication Technology. I'll find a whole complete section about training and development, and then and under this section you will find a lot of the different affiliate organizations and what are the different types of programs they provide. So start with the passion and the desire. Pick the area of interest that you need to go for. So read about it. Are you good? Are you like to do businesses? Are you like to be a maker or a technology developer? Regardless your background, because there are a lot of programs that will put you on the top-notch level. And the beauty of this, as you just mentioned, that each and every program is supported by a group of coaches. and mentors, not only in Egypt, but from different world-class organizations like Google, Microsoft, and so on. So
great exposure, actually.
Yes, exactly, which is a wonderful thing because you are sitting on the top of the knowledge.
Yeah, you're taking a flower from more than one garden.
Absolutely correct. So you have the coach, the right person, give you some sort of directions, and I have my desire and I have my laptop with me, then I can put all them things together and start to move forward.
Definitely moving forward, and moving forward through learning new skills. And this is how organizations are going to make the choice for the future, seeking out workers who have that ability to learn continuously and to work on their skills. And we've been talking also about the advance in the field of robotics and how this is going also to definitely increase the amount of the work done by the smart machines and more. So how will it affect knowledge workers? We'll be also discussing that and more on the show tonight. But let's first have a look here at the directives of the president, how he is transforming Egypt today into a digital hub. Egypt's transformation, الجمهورية الجديدة, or the new republic, is definitely going smart. Let's watch.
مصر فيها 100 مليون. مصر كمان مساحتها 1,000,000 كيلومتر مربع. بس في حجم ضخم جدا من الأراضي احنا مش عايشين عليه. ما خدناش بالنا على مدى 60-70 سنة فاتوا إن الكلام ده هيبقى ليه تأثير كبير جدا وخطير على حياتنا ومستقبلنا. لكن احنا مش سايبين لا القاهرة ولا اسكندرية ولا بورسعيد ولا المحافظات، بنتحرك في كل القديم والجديد مع بعض عشان يليق بينا ويليق بالمصريين يعني. الموضوع مش مباني بس، لا، ده تطور كبير قوي احنا بنعمله. فأرجو ان احنا نستعد مفكرين، مثقفين، فنانين. هذا الحدث الكبير ميلاد دولة جديدة بافتتاح العاصمة الجديدة. ميلاد دولة جديدة. إعلان جمهورية تانية.
President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi ordered increasing the use of artificial intelligence technologies in the state's construction and urban planning projects, as well as in farming, health and education. In a meeting with Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli and Telecommunication Minister Amr Talat, President al-Sisi called for upgrading post offices nationwide, as well as automating the litigation system as per the Digital Egypt Justice Strategy. Presidential spokesman Ambassador Bassem Radi said in a statement that the President demanded the immediate start of the Digital Egypt initiative, which he said would directly contribute to the country's efforts in digital transformation and enhance the digital skills of human resources to provide Egyptians with quality digitized services. Minister Talat reviewed the latest developments concerning launching a platform for urban community models that are meant to govern the construction system in Egypt and deter building violations and land transgressions. The meeting also touched upon the latest domestic projects in electronic design and manufacturing, which is part of the state's vision to assist companies that work in the field to reach international markets, attract direct foreign investments, and enhance electronic trade. The meeting also discussed the situation of other national projects in the communications and information technology sectors. Egypt is currently paying special attention to digital transformation. According to the Finance Minister, Mohammed Maid, Egypt has allocated £12.7 billion for gradual digital transformation in the fiscal year 2020-2021 budget. The ambitious plan targets the digitization of all government services countrywide.
من 100 سنة وأكتر كانت الدولة المصرية ظروفها الاقتصادية أفضل. لم تنسى أبدا إن هي تساعد وتتعاون من أجل الخير والبناء. اللي بيألمني إن إحنا نرى البعض منهم دلوقتي بدل ما بيمدوا ايد التعاون والبناء لمصر بيدوروا على هدم مصر، يهزوا قنواتهم وبيدفعوا فلوس لناس عشان يهدوا بلد فيها 100 مليون. انا بقول للمصريين هو ده رد الجميل. اوعوا حد يهد بلدكم ويقول لكم كلام كذب وتشكيك وقسما بالله يرقى للخيانة وللتآمر. الحكومة بتتحرق معايا، كل ما يعملوا لسه عشان مصر ما تتحرقش. رهاني كان دائما على المصريين ووعيهم. راهنت على نفسي كقرار ولا راهنت على شعب كاستعداد لتحمل تكاليف الإصلاح؟ احنا ما عندناش ثروات بتطلع تغطي تكاليفنا يا جماعة. لا، احنا عندنا عقول وإرادة، عقول ناس وإرادة شعب عايز يغير من واقعه إلى مستقبل أفضل. الدولة فيها مشاكل فوق الخيال، جايين تكملوا عليها. الوجه المعلن اللي انتوا بتقدموه للناس التغيير للأفضل، وقسما بالله الوجه الخفي هو التدمير. هنعمل بفضل الله كل شيء جميل لبلدنا لما الدنيا هتحتار في اللي احنا بنعمله. إن الله لا يصلح عمل المفسدين، واحنا ان شاء الله مصلحين.
Dr. Nezar, the President mentioned two keys here. The brains, the human brains, the Egyptians' brains, because they are the ones who are going to work for a brighter future. And at the same time, he mentioned a sense of determination. Yes, we have this sense of determination that we are going to change the reality, and we did.
Yes, exactly. The most important part is the leadership, and setting the vision and see all the challenges as a potential for growth. Change is the only constant in life. Therefore, having a vision with a supporting staff and supporting team, and we saw in the report that the government is doing a fantastic job in doing this, with the sense of the brain power, and we just mentioned like the hardware and software and the brainware right now, where is the real value of the citizens and the real value of the Egyptians right now to focus on, and conducting a lot of programs that supports this type of a kind of a new era of implementation and thinking and reshaping the future right now for the society is extremely important. Determination is one of the important factors. Persistence and perseverance as well, we can put them in the context of building the new republic, as you just mentioned in the report, which is a very inspiring report right now. And we saw from the report as well the implementation of the use of technology and technological infrastructure available right now. So technology is a tool that will make you doing your business in a good position. And thanks to the new administrative capital right now, where Egypt have been elected to be the capital of the digital capital in the Arab states, which is due to the digital transformation programs and projects implemented in the new administrative capital. Therefore, we are on the right direction right now, moving ahead to accommodate all the technological tools and components to lead the future again, inshallah.
Inshallah, hopefully. Jobs, you know, in the future is going to become less routine, and the roles will be redefined, definitely, as the whole world is watching. Redefined in a way by marrying technology with the human skills and also with advanced expertise. So what is really important now is how organizations are going to deal with this combination.
Organizations, whether they are public institutions or public entities or private entities, they are staying on the same level of challenge. This big challenge that they need to do this type of transformation. First of all, they have to define that they have the digital leaders. Do they have digital leaders on their businesses or not? So what's the role of digital leader in
Who are digital leaders?
Okay, those are the normal leader or a manager who understands the impact of technology and the impact of digital infrastructure all around, and how these type of technologies and digital infrastructure can impact the business in a positive position. So this digital leader, we need to develop those right now.
Because they are going to put a vision on how to deal with the challenges technologically. Absolutely correct.
As well as you just mentioned in a few seconds ago, that this the interaction between the technology and the human skills is extremely important. So we need to have those type of guys, those are understanding the nature of technology, the nature of digital world, and how we can mix them with the proper skills needed in order to accommodate the jobs. So this is a main challenge that now is to build up the capacity for the internal employees, internal staff of whatever organization, either it's public or even private. So the second part, which is extremely important, again, it's all about business processes and business process improvement. So we need to think about doing the job in a different way. And in this sense, we need to focus on the international indicators per se. So for instance, how technology is being immersed in doing businesses right now. We saw that Egypt moved 55 steps forward in the readiness of artificial intelligence in government.
This is a great reflection here, the tour of President Sisi at the new administrative capital, because it is definitely a great example of application of what we're talking about.
Yes, and the new administrative capital, as you know, it's fully smart right now, built in with, this is the digital brain of Egypt right now. It will be hosted over there. Different type of systems and connections, either from construction businesses right now. We have the issue of smart buildings. In transportation, we have the digital transportation or smart transportation systems.
And also the future of robotics applied to the different universities.
Absolutely correct. So a lot of supporting infrastructure right now coming in the new administrative capital, and the mix between the technology and the different disciplines and different areas. We have the knowledge hub, we have the knowledge city right now, and all these with the new university coming for that supports these type of new trendy disciplines right now. So as we see, this is determination, and we see the vision, the visionary leader right now. So all these are the good symptoms that we are on the right track, on the right direction. So everybody, I can see that on a weekly basis, His Excellency President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi used to visit different places and different projects and see the progress. This will give us the indicator that as long as we have the right leadership, strong belief that we have.
And right the follow-up, is always there.
Yes, and seeking the future and how it will be much more brighter. Using the technological component right now, as we just saw in the report, applying digital technologies that will enable in agribusiness, in education, health tech, even transportation are crucial for the new life.
Definitely crucial for the new life, and Egypt is establishing 6 technological universities, and this is signifying how the matter is really important to our country, how the country is paying special emphasis on going smart. Let's watch.
جديدة بافتتاح العاصمة الجديدة، إعلان جمهورية تانية.
تسلم ايدينا يلي في حب مصر بتضحي بسنينا، يلي انت وفيت وعد كان بينها وبينك، يلي انت كنت شايلها دايما جوا عينك. تسلم ايدينا يلي انت شايل هم بلدك فوق كتافك، كل اللي عرفك واللي قبلك واللي شافك بيدعي باسم مصر ليك الله يعينك. تسلم ايدينا يلي في حب مصر بتضحي بسنينك، يلي انت وفيت وعد كان بينها وبينك، يلي انت كنت شايلها دايما جوا عينك. تسلم ايديك يلي انت شايل هم بلدك فوق كتافك، كل اللي عرفك واللي قبلك واللي شافك بيدعي باسم مصر ليك الله يعينك. وقت ما تزعل مصر بتطيب خاطرها، دايما قصاد الدنيا بترد اعتبارها، يلي مشيت وياها في السكة لآخرها، من وسط كل ولادها عارفة انك كبرها. وقت ما تزعل مصر بتطيب خاطرها، دايما قصاد الدنيا بترد اعتبارها، يلي مشيت وياها في السكة لآخرها، من وسط كل ولادها عارفة انك كبرها.
Minister of Higher Education and Scientific Research Khaled Abdel Ghaffar announced that 6 technological universities are in the process of being set in Egypt. The announcement came after a meeting Abdel Ghaffar held with Minister of Planning and Economic Development Hala Said to discuss details of the latter ministry's investment plan for the fiscal year 2021-2022. The minister said that the new universities are located in the cities of East Said, 6th of October, Burg Al Arab, New Luxor, Taiba, Asyut, and Samanud, adding that these add to the 3 technological universities that have already been established in New Cairo, Qusna, and Beni Suef, and which have already started receiving students. Also, 3 new public universities have been opened in Luxor, the New Valley, and Matruh. Abdel Ghaffar also pointed to the establishment of a number of new colleges in public universities. At the level of the scientific research sector, the minister noted that the ministry includes 11 centers, institutes, research bodies, and a number of other research bodies, such as the Science, Technology and Innovation Funding Authority and the Academy of Scientific Research and Technology. The Academy has recently started the Egyptian Genome Project, which aims to provide medical services inside Egypt and develop a database for genetic determinants for the early diagnosis of diseases, with an aim of reducing the cost of medical care and improving the quality of life of Egyptians. From her part, Said said that the education and health sectors have a priority in this year's investment plan, as education has various implications in the plan to build people and reduce unemployment rates so as to support the state's direction and investment plan that is based on human development mainly. Said said that it is important for Egypt's educational system projects to comply with the state's plan, whether in providing education or in bridging the gap between graduates and the labor market. The minister also said that the education and health sectors have a priority in this year's investment plan, as education has various implications in the plan to build people and reduce unemployment rates. She highlighted the importance of technological universities that contribute to creating new jobs needed by the labor market.
المرحلة القادمة من مسيرة العمل الوطني تفرض علينا وضع الإنسان المصري في مقدمة أولويات الدولة من خلال إطلاق استراتيجية شاملة لإصلاح وتطوير منظومة التعليم تتوازى مع البدء في تطبيق منظومة التأمين الصحي المتكامل.
الفترة دي هي بصراحة خطوة كويسة جدا.
كلام ولا في الأحلام.
الناس مش مصدقة نفسها.
تضافركم معانا هينجح سواء كان في التعليم أو في الصحة، والكلام ده للمفكرين والمثقفين والإعلاميين بالإضافة للمجتمع.
أي حد عنده قوائم انتظار يتصل بالرقم الساخن وربنا هيكرمه إن شاء الله.
خدمة قوائم الانتظار مع حضرتك؟
لن ينجح أي نظام في الدولة المصرية، تأمين صحي، تعليم، استثمار، تنمية، إلا بالاستقرار والأمن.
صراحة حاسس بالشعب، لا في تغيير في البلد،
مس قلوب المصريين كلهم.
ادوا دفعة للنجاح وشجعوا وحطوا ايديكم معانا في ان احنا المنظومة تنجح. انا لو تخيرني بين ان انا اكل ولا اعالج دول، لا اعالج دول.
Well, definitely there are key emerging technologies today, and those key emerging technologies are going to reshape the future of jobs. There is definitely also the future of digital talent platforms, and this has been in debate and among the headlines when we are talking technology and innovation.
Definitely, yes. One of the key issues right now is to acquire the proper talents. Even though in the digital era, and those are equipped with digital tools as well. There is a very good project coming with the Ministry of Information and Communication Technology about the Skill Bank project. The Skills Bank project, the main sense of idea behind it is how to list the talents, how to list the skills needed, and how to mix and match between the labor market as well as the talents that we have right now, and how to improve them, because it is not just one-stop shop. It's a continuous process. Each and every day there are a lot of things to add to this type of talents and to publicize it and make it more appealing to the community. And retaining the talent is extremely important. So a lot of programs conducted right now, either it's an extracurricular activities aside from the university or the schools level that promotes this type of programs. Usually promote the idea of utilizing the tools and the different type of business tracks that suits everybody in the market, and everybody as top of the requests or the requirements for each and every person. So we can find things related to, for instance, technological development, part about data analysis, and another thing related to, for instance, business analysis, and so on and so forth. So on multiple tracks with multiple dimensions, all of these are catered for supporting the digital talents by a way or another.
Yes, this sense of support is very important, and also looking forward to the impact of technology on creativity, because this has been also quite debatable. How far will technology affect creativity?
Wow. Technology, creativity, and innovation. When you talk about innovation, the most important thing that, okay, so I'm putting innovation in a context, so I will utilize the technology to come up with a new idea. So creativity is how to generate as much as you can think about very flourishing ideas and out-of-the-box ideas as well. So having this type of tools, we saw a lot of application right now, and we saw students, even the school, they started to do some sort of video production using this type of mobile apps and so on. They were being very creative, and they are very attractive as well, and they created a lot of followers and so on and so forth. So utilizing or understanding the dimensions or the different aspects and different positive dimensions of utilization of technology will give us a space or give us a horizon for creativity and generating new ideas that wasn't addressed before. So doing this in a multidisciplinary approach, even from the agriculture, for instance, if I'm specialized in agribusiness, so I can mix and match technologies to come up with new ideas to do my business in a better way. If I am a school teacher, so how can I mix and match technologies together to make the educational process more attractive, more appealing, more engaging as well. If I am an accountant, so how I can use and mix the technology in a way that will do the business in more accurate and efficient and effective way. So tools, technology, will implement or will emphasize on the efficiency and effectiveness as well, and it will open up the horizon to a lot of brilliant ideas and brilliant brain aware, as I just mentioned earlier, the value of the brain and the value of the citizens as well.
Yes, information technology and communication and hand in hand in order to increase the growth rate and co-linked with the economy is another very important factor.
Absolutely correct. When we focus on the economy right now, we need to talk the international language. The international language in this direction is the competitiveness. Yes. So we have different level of indicators. For instance, the global competitiveness index, the global innovation index, the index of ease of doing business, the anti-corruption index, and a lot of indices worldwide. Okay, so when we dig deeper in these type of indicators, we will see that the technology is doing a lot of support to increase the level of this type of competitiveness as well. And in this direction, we can see that we've been focusing on for the last years in Egypt right now, how to be more competitive in the market, how to be competitive in the world, to attract direct foreign investments is extremely important thing. And investors will come as long as there are a lot of guidelines, a lot of incentives in terms of human capacity, in terms of laws and regulations, in terms of facilitation for doing businesses. So we are moving in the parallel tracks together in order to elevate the economy, and we saw that application with the COVID and how Egypt handled the scenario with the level of digital transformation that made the Egyptian economy more alive than other countries in the world. Okay, and we witnessed like a 3.5% increase in the economy compared to other countries were left behind, because of the proper utilization of the technology in that way. And this is which is the international indicators saying and reporting back to the Egyptian economy, as well as positioning Egypt as a hub for digital transformation is extremely important. A hub for financial inclusion as well is it's a must, because financial inclusion is one of the instruments that will enable and would accelerate the process of digital transformation, as well as it will open up a huge space for technological development in terms of different resources in different type of businesses that relates to finance and financial inclusion as well.
Yes, very important dimension as well. And it is great that we have this sense of support from the Egyptian leadership to entrepreneurs as well, encouraging creativity and encouraging digital transformation, empowering the next generation of entrepreneurs, especially the young entrepreneurs. What does it take? Right after the break.
في حلم جديد بيبدأ كل يوم بينا وبنكمل تاريخ كل اللي قبلينا وجيل ورا جيل، طموحنا يزيد والكتف يشيل وطوبة بتسند الطوبة ونطمن، عشان خطوتنا محسوبة هيبقى الحلم بإيدنا أكيد. هنبنيها سوا بالعلم، نبنيها كبار وصغار، هنتحدى رسالة لكل جيل فيها تاريخ محفور في أراضيها. هنبنيها بإيدنا ومش بإيد غيرنا، زمان إيه اللي يهزمها؟ لا خوف يوم هز تفكيرنا، وسوا حالفين نقويها. ده حلم كبير، تاريخنا بيتكتب بينا، مفيش تأخير، لازم نبدأ بنفسينا، رسالة جيل الكل على استعداد سلاحنا نكون في عز الشدة شيء واحد ومهما يكون على الأحلام نتعايد وخيرنا يزيد يعيد أمجاد رسالة لكل جيل فيها تاريخ محفور في أراضيها هنبنيها بإيدنا ومش بإيد غيرنا زمان إيه اللي يلزمها لا خوف يوم هز تفكيرنا وسوا حالفين
A beautiful song that definitely talked about building our country and gave us a sense of optimism for the future. Yes, those songs definitely cling, and as we are focusing on the main aim, the noble cause of building our nation, still soft power has a very important role to play in that respect.
Definitely, the soft power of Egypt existed years and years ago, since the early ages, and it shaped and it changed. Depends on the new dynamics of the environment. And right now, I can see that the soft power of Egypt is coming in with utilization of technology. We have all the components, we have all the piece of the puzzles on table. So we need to connect them together in a sense that will make it very much more appealing. Because technology has no boundaries. For instance, if I can now develop an application in Egypt that can be utilized in America or something like this. I hosted in one of the sessions a couple of startups. Actually, they started to do some sort of applying new technology in what we call the chatbots. The chatbots is one of the technologies that world-class institutions and online platforms and e-commerce platforms, they use it to increase the customer experience, technical support, customer services, and so on and so forth. And those guys or those startups, one of them, actually, I was amazed to know that they are operating right now in 50 countries in the world. So, and which with an age of 5 years. Mm-hmm. So this type of power was not there before. So we need to focus on this. We need to have like a very passionate students, very passionate leaders, technological leaders, that they understand where the technology is heading to the future, how to utilize it, how to make it of benefit for them, and then we can move to the next level. And the soft power will be granted by a way or another. We saw a lot of acquisitions from big companies in Egypt have been acquired by Chinese technological companies or American companies for technology. They acquired them. Big names, they acquired startups in Egypt as well. So the soft power is there, and it can be more and more engaging and more great potential if we focus on that direction as well.
Yes, definitely. And promoting entrepreneurial atmosphere also in the country has witnessed great leaps under the leadership of President Sisi, encouraging startups. The future of the entrepreneurship in the country vis-a-vis this sense of support that we are seeing.
Definitely. President Abdel Sisi is a great believer in youth and their power. And we saw that he is already empowering youth with different type of activities as well. We saw them in the parliament, we saw them in the integration of mega projects, as well as multiple activities to do in this direction. And one of the important part is the role of SMEs, small and medium enterprises, and entrepreneurship to elevate the economy. World-class economies are based on SMEs as well. In this direction, Egypt took very rigorous steps to support this type of infrastructure as well, starting from business incubators, education for entrepreneurship and small and medium enterprises, availing a list of mentors and coaches that will help those type of startups to come in, focus on technological incubators. We can see that the Academy of Scientific Research and Technology per se, they have 15 incubators based on technology-based incubators, which is something not recognized in any other country in the world to have 15 technology-based incubator. The market value of those companies coming out of this type of incubators in less than 5 years, we exceeded 100 million Egyptian pounds, which is a very significant number for terms of startups, creating jobs as well. Put you in numbers, give you some sort of numbers as well. In the last 10 years, and in particular last 4 years, the total amount of startups coming of this entrepreneurship ecosystem exceeded 400 companies. Okay, so creating a new jobs based on technology, innovating economy. The amount of money investment inducted for this type of startups exceeded 3 billion Egyptian pounds. And right now, focusing on being Egypt as a hub, the international reports about supporting entrepreneurship, they put Cairo as a capital of attracting entrepreneurs as well. And the startups in Egypt have been ranked in the Middle East as one of the top attractive companies to attract investors and investment as well. So the piece of the puzzles are there. Okay, strong belief in the role of technology, strong belief that we have all the supporting mechanism and supporting infrastructure. This does not mean that we have everything in place. We need to more and more be more attractive, more improvement in order to facilitate the business in a better way.
Definitely, the belief is there and a sense of determination and the will to achieve, which is very important. I thank you so much, Dr. Nezar Sami, who is Innovation and Technology Management Consultant, for coming to Nile TV tonight and to Thursday Debate, always adding to the show. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The pleasure is mine. Thank you very much.
And I thank you, dear viewers, for joining us. I'm Taghreed Hussein, and I'll see you again next week. Until then.